Once upon a time, a man going through his quarter-life crisis named Twestermeister decided to do what he had always wanted to do for a while now. Upload Let's Plays, which he should have been doing a while ago. But Twestermeister himself forgot that many years ago, like 3, he actually made a Let's Play himself, and forgot to upload it, and it sat forgotten on his computer for 3 years straight. Now, in time for this Halloween season, he is going to upload it, and it's fitting as he recorded for Halloween, as a perfectly fitting game for Halloween. A game about a dark avenger of the night who garbs himself in the visage of the most fearsome and terrifying animal that ever lived. I am, of course, referring to the Bat. Tonight is a blast from the past, as he plays Batman 89 for the Sega Genesis, back in 2025.
I'm Batman. Hello. This is twestermeister here for Halloween. After we're going to be playing some spooky games, I'm going to start with this Sega Genesis video game adaptation of the 1989 Batman movie. Look at that flipping logo. It's such a cool, impressive effect. At the time, probably. Wow. Look at it spin. Look at it spin around like that. Look at that little R for registered trademark at the bottom there. It's real nice. Right, now I'm waiting a bit and not starting because there should be a little intro that explains the plot of the game and the movie. So, to extent, our Indicia, and what's Indicia? I sound like such an idiot. Like how the little, it looks like plus signs instead of like little holes in the letters down there. It's fun. That's the plot of this beautiful, craggy, pixelated city of blue and black and bits of orange. The citizens of Gotham City are gearing up for the city's 200th anniversary festival. Head of the crime syndicate Carl Grissom and his right-hand man Jack Napier don't see eye to eye. They have a lot of disagreements on how the anniversary festival should be ran. Jack thinks there should be more balloons. Carl thinks there should be more floats. It's a mess. Because of their differences on parade planning, Grissom sets up Jack Napier by notifying the police that there's a break-in at the Axis Chemical Factory. Batman arrives on the scene to help police apprehend Napier. As Napier tries to escape, he accidentally falls into a vat of liquid waste. Good thing it wasn't solid waste. If it was solid waste, it would have been a lot worse. It would have been a lot more broken. The Cape Crusader departs and Napier's nowhere to be found. By the way, I like how it says Batman under there. Thank you, in case we couldn't tell that was Batman. Thank you, video game. Still alive. Still alive! Jack's appearance has been altered dramatically. His flesh was bleached bone white, his hair colored seaweed green, and his cheeks are torn and puckered, his mouth twisted to a hideous grin. Jack's outer persona emerges as the Joker. His first deed is to do and Grissom. Okay, did they actually compare his hair with seaweed and his skin with bones to know that they got the color right? Come on, I want this to be fully accurate. Next, the Joker tries to bring Gotham City to its knees by poisoning the people for... Did he use the nerve gas? I don't know. However, Batman is wise to the Joker's scheme and finds an antidote to his do-it-yourself Dance Dance Revolution nerve gas. The Joker is furious because his plot's foiled and he swears vengeance against Batman. Shortly thereafter, Bruce Wayne figures out that Jack Napier, the Joker, was the one who gunned down his parents when he was young, as the Batman. He gunned them down as the Batman? That's a plot twist. Bruce vows to put a stop to the Joker. Once again, Batman stops the Joker from creating havoc during the Gotham City Festival and trails him to the cathedral for the final battle. That makes it sound like that's how the game's gonna begin. No, this is like the end of the game. Okay, now earlier I was gonna play this. I figured because I'm experienced with this game, I could beat this on hard mode with 3 lives. I was horribly wrong. I'm gonna be a coward. I'm gonna play it with like 7 lives in normal mode. I tried to go in hard, but instead I decided to be soft. And yes, that joke was intentional. Now, Gotham City Street, the soundtrack for this game is great. It's such a jam and beat right here. I tried to adjust the audio so you can hear the sounds in the game and my voice at the same time. Star Reversed enemies, the generic 80s thugs, as I call them, with their buzz cuts, denim/leather jackets, and sunglasses they always wear even when it's nighttime. Look like Galcia from Streets of Rage, right down to like having the knee pads, or armor being knee pads that protect them from nothing because you never hit them in the knees. Get out of here. There we go. And look at that rain effect, that's great. They had a whole layer there. Such a nice looking effect. And oh, this part of the song right here, it's so good. Oh, don't shoot me. That's rude. There we go. I love that riff right there. Yeah. Such to say, why, Weitzman, blah blah blah. I don't know what the sort that is. Look at how he plays reminds me of Live Castlevania. He moves a lot like the old Simon and Trevor Belmonts. His little strut, and he doesn't fall. He falls like a brick like them. It's not as bad because he can kind of change direction midair, unless you do a little somersault jump. Then there's no going back. It gives you a little boost and makes you go forward a bit faster, but you can't change direction. There's a lot of tight platforming in this game. Yeah, it's a hard game, if you couldn't guess from my talk about the difficulty. You could die pretty easily on this. Gotta be careful. If you hold down the punch button, or the attack button, you can kick if you crouch. You can block bullets, so that's nice. I think he did that. Yeah, he did that in the movie with his gloves. He could do that. That's how he messed up Jack's face. He tried to shoot him, and the bullet like ricocheted and hit him in the face. Wanna know how I got these scars? Alright, so grab this, you get more batarangs. Batarangs are fun, but you lose them real fast because you die a lot, and I tend not to use them just because I like a dork who doesn't use weapons and influence on the video games. Now I got the first boss, Generic Eddie's Boxer-Size Thug. Now, listen to music. I think this is made by the same guys who made the NES one, and it shows, because I think this boss theme is the same, it's just like a slowed down remix of it. Okay, now each guy has a pattern. You do not want to fight this guy in a straight fight, he will obliterate you. What you want to do is you want to trigger him to run towards you and kick him, and as he's punching, you jump behind him and punch him in the back before he can respond. That's like the strategy for this dude. Sometimes he'll keep doing the charge attack, and you can like keep out. Yeah, like he will obliterate you if you're in front of him. And I'm not fighting him well right now. Okay, yeah, that's not good. Grab the health. Yeah, kick him.
Keep kicking him! Keep kicking him!
No, that's stinging up. Different thing completely. It was a hammer Kingpin was in his dad with too. Or Kingpin.
Things never went my father's way.
Willie, what are you doing here?
I failed. Sometimes sacrifices must be made.
Okay, come on. Come on. Here we go. Well, this ain't gonna work. Yeah, oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, you want to be on the move constantly for these bosses. Yeah! Victory! And yeah, I do that as a little victory celebration at the end. But yeah, like, you shoot a grappling hook up to get to certain places. That's gotta come in handy for later levels like this one, the Axis Chemical Factory. Now, these first two, now we get the generic 80s sliding thugs, which these guys look like Gal from Streets of Rage. I probably pronounced his name badly on accident there. Yeah, I tend to mumble a lot. I'm not very articulate with how I speak. Wordsmith, I'm not. Oh. Yeah, and I lost my battery, so yeah, don't be like me, that's stupid. Yeah, you can die very easily in this game if you haven't noticed. On my way. And then we meet generic 80s bazooka thug with a sleeveless undershirt and like bracelets. There's like little barbarian bracelets here. There we go. Yeah, it's like, this cracks me up because it's like there's this period of time, and I love the aesthetic, it cracks me up so much. There's this period of time from like, at the very least the late 70s, like it started with like, it really like, kind of, I feel like the kind of starting point of it was like the Warriors movie.
Warriors! Come out and play!
I think that was kind of the starting point of this, but from like the late 70s to throughout the 80s, it was everywhere during the 80s, like, key example being like, about the generic criminals in like the 1987 Ninja Turtles cartoon. It lasted all the way to like the early 2000s, another key example being the Ninja Turtles cartoon, the 2003 one, in this case, the Purple Dragon Gang. There was like this period of time where it was like, from like all the way from like the very late 70s and throughout the 80s and 90s, all the way like the early 2000s, where like criminals, fictional criminals would just wear like ridiculous clothing, just like, everyone would have like wife beater undershirts or like, and like sleeveless tank tops and like leather or denim jackets and like sunglasses in pitch black nighttime, headbands, stupid hats, bandanas, hair dyed crazy colors, like all like kinds of weird jewelry and like tattoos and stuff, random BDSM gear, like all kinds of stuff. And I'd just be like so confused. I'd just be like, was this just a thing? Was there just a period of time from like the late 70s all the way to like the early 2000s where criminals dressed like that, and everyone is like, no, that was never a thing. Like, my dad was like that. My dad was like, no, that was never a thing. Everyone was like, that was never a thing. That was just like a dumb thing that like fiction made up and rolled with it. And aesthetic cracks me up. I just call it like the 1990s arcade beat 'em up, like bad guy aesthetic, because all the enemies in 1990s arcade beat 'em ups like Final Fight and Streets of Rage look like that. Like it's. Keep doing the foot, the bottom of your soul until you fall over. Kind of okay. There's two more sliders right here. I remember that, or maybe that. It's funny to me too because it's like in the movie they're all the guys who attack the chemical plant are just like stereotypical. And I lost my batarangs again. Take that. stereotypical 20s gangsters, and these guys are like bad. And it's funny, okay, so he falls to bad, but that guy falls in the same batch. So does that guy become the Joker too? Does that guy come by looking like the Joker too?
Oh, the Joker, lady!
So we skip all the way to the Flugelheim Museum. The Flugelheim. We meet this new enemy, this other kind of generic 80s, like this bizarre hairdo that looks like he's like got a hoodie, I think. This bizarre hairdo that looks like a combination of a mullet and a mohawk. We call it the Mohawk. The mullet hawk. I don't know. Ow. Gotta watch out for falling chandeliers. This is a dangerous museum. Yeah. Now this guy's strategy is they just overwhelm you in hordes and just shoot constantly. This is where the blocking really comes in handy. But unlike the other guys, I think these guys know how to crouch and shoot. And oh, this guy's really annoying, and he's only in this one level, thankfully. This big, buff old man with a beard and an axe that he throws at you. Yeah, he takes a lot of hits. He likes to throw it at you when on tricky platforming sections like this. He's very annoying. He's like the most annoying enemy in this level. And I think he even wavers in this level, thankfully. The music in this game is tight. This track is good, but it's kind of repetitive. Alright, but the real best track is like the level after this. I think that's like the best piece of music in this game. Do I want to use... That's an extra life. I don't... Ugh. Well, now I'm definitely getting the extra life. There we go, yeah. So up this odd shaft of cobblestone and shifting spiky platforms. What an oddly laid out museum. Yeah, this is the grappling hook comes in handy. This giant, stupid axe thrower guy. There we go. Thankfully, the mullet mohawk guys are very, very weak. They go down really quickly. 2 batterings, watch me lose him almost immediately. Ow! Yeah, it's hard to get him, like, he doesn't really, he has, like, it's hard to, like, stun him, too. He'll, like, keep hitting you, and this guy's gonna walk back. That's your strategy. They'll walk towards you, shoot, walk away, try it again. Yeah, any chandelier you see, assume it's gonna fall. Yeah, this is probably one of the most heavily platform-intensive levels in the game. Okay, there we go. Yeah, these guys are very annoying. I like to keep the batterings for the boss. But like I said, there's a lot of stuff that could kill you before then. And then there's always temptations, and... I'm so stupid. There we go. Yes! Get in there. Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty good at this game. I could beat this with, like, 3 lives on hard mode. I was like, nope. It's like... Okay, it's an old school style game. It's very hard. It's lots of stuff will kill you very easily. Lots of bottomless pits, lots of cheap enemies, lots of tricky platforming. Well, there's not a whole lot of tricky platforming. There's not like ridiculous amounts of platforming in this game. I think this is the most platform intensive level of the game, and this I like this. Just push from the foot. Just stay here. Don't let him hit you. Yeah. Hey, I got 15 batterings again. Yeah. They give you those 2 there because you know you're gonna probably die before you get them and resolve them. And I think after this room is when the platforming ends. Gotta watch out for those falling chandeliers. Yeah, okay. This is a cool segment. The platforming kind of ends here, but this is a really neat segment. The gimmick of this area is like using the grappling hook and like switching between the 2 areas depending on how many dudes there are. It's like I love this setup. Again, it's a very simple game, but that's not a bad thing. It's like, it's very simple, the enemies are simple, the gameplay is simple, the level designs are simple, but it's very tight and very fun with how it does it, okay? And, there's a pillar in the way, I'm gonna need that. Yeah, get out of here. Wait, oh, you're doing this? Yeah, take that. Try to get off screen me. Alright, so now, this is the next boss, get out of here, the boss here, the shirtless swordsman with his green mullet. Ow. Get out of my face. I don't really have as much of a good strategy for this guy. I mean, he's one of the easier guys to defeat. I think the game's kind of like aware of this. That's why there's 2 bosses. He's the guy you played before, like the real boss. So just kind of jump around and just punch him a lot. Well, he kind of like I don't really have a clear idea on what to do with this guy. He's good at dodging your attacks. That's the thing. I just remember just jumping a line trying to punch him before he jumps away. I don't have a real good strategy for him with the rest of the guys. Yeah, take that. Now, this guy, I love him. The king of the generic 80s thugs. This big, bald, buff guy with a handlebar mustache, a white beard under his purple pants, boots, bracelets or flash fingerless gloves, sunglasses, and a boombox. Joker watching, so proud of the king. That is the king of the generic AU slugs right there. And gonna throw for batterings him just to get his health down. And for his first attack, he throws the boombox even explodes, so he tries to, like, he's really hard. So when he's charging, the batterings don't hurt him. That's why I did that. Yeah, and he's probably the most difficult guy to beat, and he'll... Okay, stop doing that! Okay, he's supposed to, like, do the body slam attack eventually, and that's when you're supposed to attack him, or maybe... Okay, he doesn't usually do this, okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, you wanna wait till he does a body slam attack, then attack him that way. Okay, get up there, and then it's like, I got... And then he's like, I got Vickyville, check this out, and it's like... Whee! Alright, so Gotham City Street. This is the most jammin', best soundtrack, best piece of music in the game. Just listen to this, it's so good. Yeah. You gotta go around and go on an absolute murder fest killing all these people. This is Michael Keaton Batman, so this is a character, he kills people all the time. That's really the thing that bothers me about all the Batman movies, really. They've never gotten, like, the no-killing rule, right? Like, you know, like, the Nolan movie, like, I won't kill you, Ra's al Ghul, but I won't save you either, just die. And he kills all these people in Dark Knight Rises. Well, to be fair, they're gonna, like, nuke the city, so it was dire measures, I guess, but still, it's like, they never got that right. So, okay, so the enemies here are funny, because generic cars, okay, hippie vans, okay. But then you get, like, tanks. He's in some horde of tanks. It's like, how much money did the Grissom Mafia have? Because if it was one tank, I get it. But it's not one tank. He summons like a horde of these guys. And you gotta really keep your eyes peeled for health on this level. It's easy to die. Yeah. Batteries come in handy here on the vehicle levels because they come missiles. And, okay, this is ridiculous. You get like this swarm of like tiny tanks after you. I just kind of recommend clinging to the bottom of the screen when these guys show up. Okay. Oh, yeah, you want to get under this dude. The hardest guy coming up is like this big tank with like multiple gun barrels coming up. Ooh, that's when you really want. Oh, whoa, okay, that was tight. Okay, oh, yeah, and I lost all of my missiles. Thank you, tiny tank. Yeah, but the best part of the song right here. And I just ruined it with my terrible not singing. Yeah, if that big guy right there, if you couldn't guess, that was a big multi-gun barrel tank I was talking about earlier. Where, yeah, he's real tough, you want to take him out real quick. Again, like, missiles come in handy for this, you want to collect a lot of batterings and a lot of health on the way here. It's kind of hard to hit though, because it come back real fast, so, there you go. I mean, hard to touch, the health and the batterings. Okay, so wrecking more of these cars, a small army of cars. And all the cars in the hippie vans, I get that, but, like, where's it getting all these tanks from? It's like, they raid, like, the National Guard Armory or something before this? I don't know. That was a very, risky move that did not pay off. I gotta defeat him. Gotta defeat this guy! It's not full auto, it's semi-auto. Like, so you can't just hold it down and, like, just blast everything. You gotta keep tapping the button. I missed that there. Yeah. And I think the boss of the level is here. No. Oh yeah, you get two of these, like, big gun tanks here. I think the boss is here. Yeah, you get this giant super tank here. Oh, come on, Come on! Come on! Yes! Okay.
Stop the car!
Now we're the spooky alley. We gotta battle the army of ninja mimes, which, to be fair, is the most Joker-esque enemies in the game so far. I always feel like he should have, like, themed henchmen, not just generic guys, like guys who are just, like, mimes or clowns or something. Now this one...
You silent motherfucker!
Ow! I did not remember these guys being this tough. Yeah, they're annoying little ones. And they got these fat fire-breathing ninja mimes. That's something I always, like, always kind of wondered, because it's something I noticed a lot in, like, Japanese-made games. I'm wondering is, like, so, you got the fat fire-breathing mimes here. I remember, like, Kingdom Hearts, like, the fat guys could breathe fire in, like, the Aladdin level, I think. And, and I gotta get over. Yeah, that's why I did 7 lives. But yeah, the fat guys in the Aladdin level in, like, Kingdom Hearts 2, I think, could breathe fire. And in Pokemon, Silver and Gold, and, like, the remix of the fire breather turns all fat guys. Is there, like, a thing, or is there kind of thing where it's, like, fat guys are, like, better at, like, the fire-breathing tricks or something in real life? Is that why, like, all the ones in video games are always really fat dudes? I'm kind of wondering if that's the thing. Or is there, like, some other reason for that? Yeah, these guys do some ridiculous damage. Yeah, he did have the mimes in the movie. They're dressed up as mimes and, like, killed the dude in the one scene. The pen is truly better than the sword. Oh, there's a nasty little... Yeah, crouching won't help. They can't turn around when they start breathing fire, though. That's the one consolation prize you get. Yeah. Wow, I'm already at 3 lives. Yeah. Really, you want to keep walking towards these guys because they'll jump back and then punch them. That's the key to beating them. Then we got the boss here. This is the sword guy from the movie. Captain Crunch Pirate Commando Ninja Man. There we go. Yeah, I believe he was played by the same guy who was the fight scene coordinator for the movie Skin Kapow-Dung, I believe his name was. I'm so sorry for pronouncing his name wrong. Yes, that's pretty cool. He's kind of like, you just want to like wait for him to run past you and then punch him in the back. That's like the key to fighting him. Yeah. Again, occasionally they'll do something kind of unpredictable, like jump like that. Ooh. So close. Whoa, yeah. And now we're back to the sky. Sky of a Gotham City, yeah, and the Batwing, which took a wreck with his long gun, which that wouldn't even work in the movie. I was like, oh, it's a super long barrel, so take it down. I think I read somewhere that it's like, actually, the velocity of the bullet coming out of it would have been weaker, or something, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I like how like when it's flipped sideways in this movie, it looks like the Batman logo. It's a cool idea. And got Ricka's balloons. The city background looks okay, but it's like I remember like showed this to a buddy of mine. He's like, this looks more like a forest, and I'm like kind of with him there, like a bunch of pine trees. Whoa, yeah. You know, now this I believe a bit more than the horde of tanks. He affords a horde of helicopters, both of them got missiles on him. I'm already not doing so hot. I wonder how many continues does this game have. Get out of my way! Stop it! Stop pulling me! Here we go. Come on. Yeah. The strategy, they go down real quick though. One shot, one kill. But, taste. Yeah, I'm getting clobbered out here. Wow. Okay. Got obliterated. Okay, the big boss. The big gunship helicopter. I think this is based off that one Russian helicopter, whatever. It was a Russian one. Yeah, I think that was. Oh, this is final level. Gothic Cathedral. The Seinfeld fast line music here. It's such a simple but dramatic tune. This is a really good last level. I like how it uses all the gameplay from before. Some guys mentioned a bit more instead of wearing gray hoodies or wearing purple to match what Joker would want them to wear. Again, I feel like they should all have like themed henchmen, like they should all be like clowns and like wearing clown makeup and stuff. Thank you, very cool. Okay, I don't know how many continues I got left. So this is it, Luigi. Where there's smoke, there's fire. I'm not gonna play Hotel Mario mostly because I don't have it, or maybe I don't know. Someday, maybe I'll meet some guy who's like, oh yeah, I have Hotel Mario, you can borrow it, and I'll play it. Maybe I will, I don't know. Okay, so... But yeah, it's like, in terms of like themed mooks, I feel like all the Joker's henchmen should be very, very, like, kind of like, themed and extravagant and stuff. They shouldn't just look like dudes, they should be like, yeah, I've only just like a clown suits or crazy costumes and things like that, don't just have them be generic dudes. That's kind of a problem I have with a lot of works. This one's like, at least they give them like wacky uniforms. They still just mostly just look generic dudes. It's like, I feel like Penguin and Joker's henchmen in those movies should have been switched. Like, that would have made more sense, like, in terms of, like, appearances, but at the same time, it was, like, drastically different take on the Penguin, too, so it was, like, that... Well, it was similar in some ways, but, like, different in a lot of other ones. The makeup for Danny DeVito was great, though. You don't really even need makeup for him to be the Penguin, though. I feel like he'd make an okay enough Penguin, like, without at all. But the makeup job was really good. It was fun. I'll probably play a Batman Returns game around, Christmas, since I'm playing Batman 89 around Halloween right now. But yeah, he said I remember Dan DeVito was talking about, yeah, I had a lot of fun at Batman Returns because I'd just hang out with penguins on the set, and it was like, that sounds fun, that sounds great. It's like, just hang out with penguins. Okay, gotta punch him. Yeah, I like how it brings out the mechanic from the museum level. We gotta swap between the two things to get around. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this is a pretty good last level. Extra life. Gotta battle all the bosses again, starting with the shirtless swordsman. This time, he's dyed his hair red instead of green. I'm gonna use the batarangs because I'll probably die and lose him later anyway. And also, like I said, I don't really have a good strategy for the shirtless swordsman. I don't really know what to do with him compared to like the other ones. There we go. Then we meet Fat Fire Breathing Magnum again. Gotta bring back all kinds of old enemies and old bosses for this. Next is generic 80s boxer-sized thug wearing red instead of blue. Come get me. Come get some. Yeah. He has a relatively predictable thing. Again, like, don't get in front of him. That's a big thing. Yeah, like that. Look at how much all that took away. Yeah. Yeah, I might die, so I'm just gonna use the batarangs. 5 is a default to start with anyway, so why not? There we go. Yeah, get back. Back. There we go. Alright. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Go for you off guard. There we go. And we have the return of, generic 80s bazooka thug. Goodbye, generic 80s bazooka thug. That's the only one in this level, too. Next should be, the sword master, this time wearing red instead of blue. Yeah, just using all the batarangs because you're probably gonna die. Yeah, come on. You kinda wanna judge where he's gonna jump and try to avoid that because that hurts you, but also, like, be close enough where you can, like, hit him the second he lands. Yeah, this is always so satisfying when you get him in this like jumping loop right here. Yeah, that takes care of him. All right. Then we have this new kind of generic, this new kind of mullet mohawk thug who wears yellow instead of purple. I wonder if that's supposed to be green instead of yellow, but Joker wears yellow too, kind of. So that still fits. He takes slightly more hits. Really not that much different. The other ones, punch him in the shin a lot, falls over, and now he wants to defeat the king of the generic 80s thugs, Lawrence. No, seriously, I remember this guy who was in the movie. His name was Lawrence. He's like, Lawrence, play Prince once he goes to the museum with the boombox.
Gentlemen, let's broaden our minds. Lawrence?
Where is he? Okay, he's pretty slow at first. See, if that batarangs this would be nice because you can throw it at him and he won't drop the thing immediately, you know. You're like Batman. Killed by a boombox getting thrown in his back. Exploding boombox. Okay, good, he's doing the body slam more than the run around. Yeah, you want to trap him in like the body slam loop. When he runs around, he's really dangerous. Oh. Batarangs aren't very great against him because like when he was running, the batarangs have no effect. He's doing this like warrior shoulder bash attack. Warrior games are good. Come on, jump, yeah! Oh, ow! Right. Boom! King has been dethroned. Now I'm the king of the generic 80s thugs. You work for me now, and they don't listen to Batman. Well, actually, wasn't that say that was basically how like the Dark Knight Returns went though? Okay, so you gotta battle these new mullet mohawk guys with these red jackets who throw World War I/II era turban stick grenades at you. And these, I can't tell if these are supposed to be gargoyles, like they're like mouths, like full mouths, or flamethrowers. It could go either way. Either way, it's a flamethrower. I just can't tell if it's like a. Wait, no, he's throwing okay. Is that dynamite or is that supposed to be like a potato masher grenade? Go either way. Eh. You can break the flamethrowers. Again, I can't tell if it's like a flamethrower that's supposed to stick to the wall or just a gargoyle that breathes fire. You could interpret it either way, I feel like. I'm tempted to get that. Gotta watch out for these bombs here. Yeah, you can brick that. Yeah, that was a risky move. That may not pay off at all, given how fast you die. Climb all the way to the top to battle the last boss of the game, the Joker. And ironically, the Joker, the last boss, is actually probably, unlike the NES version where he's like really hard, is actually probably one of the easiest bosses in the game. I think it's because they do like all this other stuff. Like he has hard hitting attacks, but he's not as difficult to defeat as the other guys. He's like he hits hard, but he's easier to hit. I'm wondering if it's because they're like, look, this level's hard in general, let's... Okay, that was close. I was worried I was gonna die. Okay, that's good, I didn't. I'm wondering if that was maybe them being like, oh, let's throw the players a bone. This level's kinda hard. Just crazy spiky thing, there we go. Yeah. I think this is where you fight him. Yep, here it is. Yeah, so he attacks you with the electricity attack like in the NES game. It's a bit smarter here. He summons lightning from the sky there, but here it's like... Here, is he gonna do the electricity attack? Yeah, it's like a joy buzzer. He uses it here. Like, that makes more sense. Oh, they got the pattern down his pants, like the plaid, not plaid, but it's at least checkered. That's a nice detail. They did not have to go that far, that was nice. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, his attacks hit really hard, but, like, he can't really defend himself. Oh! Ow! Usual kill. Ah! Joker has slammed down to the ground from the top stair of the cathedral. Now the Joker looks dizzy with his face ice cold, yet his teeth stick out and his eyes directed aimlessly towards the star-sparkling night sky. And, yeah, that's how the game ends. Just Joker's corpse and this oddly melancholy music playing. This ending makes me feel an emotion I can't describe. It's like, it's odd visual, the odd note it ends on, the sad but oddly triumphant music. What an ending, what a game. But yeah, that was a fun game. I like that. Fun game. Looks so oddly peaceful. Perhaps in death, the clown prince of crime has finally found... I was trying to say something profound. I can't think of something profound to say. Got some nice pants though. I like the... I did not realize that they like made the pants checkered until I saw it right there. Like, I mean, in the game, I mean. Like, they were in the movie. That was a nice detail. Look at that. Looked like a movie. Yeah, there's such a oddly, beautifully haunting and oddly bittersweet song for this. It's so odd, but I like it. If this feels like an oddly fitting ending for the game, there's like a kind of like, this is a Joker joke, it's like an odd, surreal, strangely funny moment, you can't describe why, it's just like this odd visual of him dead, but just this like oddly bittersweet music, and that's just the focus of the game, just like, Joker's dead at the end, that's the game. J Moon. Can't deny that Joker certainly made an impact. Quite literally, look at that crater he left in the ground. Like a Looney Tunes character. And then... the end. That was a fun game. Yep.